just move away from football just for a minute or two, and something which is very close to your heart, and I know because we have golf days and everything. You're a foundation in Sierra Leone, and what's going on now with the Ebola, which shortly could be a pandemic, leave alone an epidemic. How's that affected you and affected your foundation, and what you see for the future there as well?
Well, it's had a huge effect.
Oh, massively. Yeah.
You know, the league we run has had to stop. My academy, you know, the boys who live in my academy are not allowed to leave. Very few people are allowed leave the premises.
Okay. Quarantined.
Yeah. So it's just, and it's how long can this go on for? Because it's just, I was there in May, and it just hit Freetown as I left.
Yeah.
That was May. This has been going on for a long, long time now. And it only feels, look, everyone's been aware of it, but it just seems to be people taking measures now.
It's only now because of USA and because it's at the UK.
Yeah, this has been going on in Guinea and Liberia and referring to Sierra Leone for, you know, it's been there for a long time now, a good 6 months.
So your foundation, realistically, is under threat. Could be under threat.
It is. Ebola's just, it's just been such a difficult time for everyone there in Sierra Leone and also Liberia and Guinea and certain areas of West Africa, where you know, what do we do? I don't know, if I'm being perfectly honest. But the simple fact is if I let my academy boys then go and go back to their hometowns and their home villages, they got a greater chance of catching it. Yeah. So how do I then keep them there and keep them in a premises where they're just constantly there day in, day out, they can't leave, they're imprisoned basically in the academy. So we've sat down, had a few meetings on it, but I feel there's probably going to be one or two more, and it's an incredibly
sad and difficult situation.
Yeah, it's been it's probably your biggest fear. It's biggest fear that could happen, probably that and a civil war. Yeah. And it's just been a complete nightmare for everyone there.
Football all your life. I know you're a very private man, and you've got your son Ellis, Cameron, and daughter Lexi. But Ellis is trying to carry on in your steps. Watched a couple of games with him. Yes, I have with you. Are you glad he's taken that path? You know, being a professional yourself or ex-professional yourself now. I'm
happy as long as he's happy.
Yeah.
If this is what he wants to do, then great. But if it was anything else, I would be the same way about it. Just like we all do as parents, you just want your children to be happy. And if it's football that makes them happy, then great. Obviously, I have a better insight because it's something I'm clearly been involved in all my life. But also that gives me a little bit of knowledge as well to understand how difficult it is, and in difficult situations, I see him sometimes come home and I can see that look on his face, and I know the game, and I know today's not been a good day.
And of course, being Craig Bellamy's son is not easy. What I'm saying is, from other points of view, you know, that's Craig Bellamy's son. So, you know, because I know Ellis personally, I know all your family, as you know, and he works hard at everything. But I think sometimes, you know, you being his dad is what other people think. You know, so it's doubly hard for him really, and he's probably got to doubly, you know, prove more than the next player next to him, really.
Yeah, maybe, but I feel if people, as soon as they meet him, know he's completely opposite to me. He's, you know,
well, he is, yeah.
He's different.
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman, yeah.
Well, you're a gentleman sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But he's just his manner, everything about him is just, you know, he's very impressive.
You can be proud of him being honest.
Yeah, very impressive to be around. He's just, he's a lovely kid who's. He's working out. He's trying to work his own path. He's trying to go his own path about things. We just get on so well.
Yeah,
and we have such a good friendship. Obviously, because I had him at such a young age, but we have that connection as well as.
You do with all your family. I mean, now you like me. I've got two daughters. You've got your first daughter, Lexi. Yeah, and she's probably the only person in the world you wrapped around with a little finger.
Yeah, it's. having 2 boys was great, and definitely cherish that. But when you have a daughter, which because you've got 2, and I've seen the way you are with them, and and that's your side to you where people don't see you. I see you with your daughters, and I see you round people you're close to, and Bish is completely different. You have this warm side to you and this affectionate side, which I see your daughters adore you. And they really cherish every second about it.
Since you finished football, you got more time with the kids now, and especially Lexi. She's nice and young, where probably with Cameron and Ellis, you probably missed their early years with the football and everything else. So now you got all the time in the world, if you like, to spend with Lexi. And I see how close you are to Lexi, and I see, like I just said earlier, that she's the only person I know can wrap you around the finger.
No, it's look, having the 2 boys, because I played at such a young age, and I had them at so
very young.
It was part of my career as well, was going, and I spent a lot of time away as well from them.
I'm moving from club to club.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've got that record, haven't you?
Yeah, which look, I'm extremely proud of what I've been able to achieve. To achieve, but also what I was able to provide for the both of them. Yeah. But at the same time, I do feel a little, huge amounts of guilt of not being with them on a day-to-day basis. But at the time, that's
your profession.
Exactly that. So I'm fully aware of that. But at the same time, having Lexi at such a good time in my life as well, and spending time with her.
So she's getting a triple helping, really. She's getting Cameron's, Ellis's,
and she's just everything how I'd want a daughter and a little girl to be. She's got her own personality.
She got you. She can be a nightmare at times.
Exactly. No, she definitely can. She definitely can.
Great kid.
Her interests. I remember like a couple of months back, she was going to play in her first game of football.
Okay.
So she comes in the bedroom early in the morning and says, like, "Dad, do you know the best game you ever had? What did you have for breakfast?" So I'm thinking to myself, I can't remember a good game.
It's a fair question.
What did I have? And then
2 Weetabix.
I said, Weetabix, and she runs straight downstairs.
No.
Yeah, Weetabix, and so that's just
Did
how
she
she
play
is.
well?
First couple of minutes, the ball caught her straight in the face as well, and I was like, oh no, that's it. She's gone from the game for life. But she, it was her first tournament. Yeah. So her friends were playing, so she enjoyed it, and that was key. Just watching your little girl has also been, which is great about football now, because so many young girls are involved, and especially when it's your daughter, I encourage it as much as possible. Without it, I tried to make her a Liverpool fan. She got close. She started supporting them for a little bit, but then they lost the league to Man City, so now it's Man City. So,
well, look at me. I'm forever a Leeds fan.
I know.
For my sins, but don't
forget, in the time like I've spent with yourself as well. Also, I've seen how you are with your daughters, and I see the affection. How much they adore you, but the affection you have for them, and like I've seen you. Sometimes go so much without, because everything you have goes straight to them, and you as a father, it's sometimes I know I don't tell you too much, and I don't say too much to you when I see it, but I look at you as well and I think, you're an incredible father to your kids, and the way you treat them and the respect they have for you is really very few people get to see that side, because sometimes I think you get yourself in this little bubble of you're the bish.
Well, I know the Bellas.
But you have such a warm side to you that it's like you're my best friend. You know that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And I'll be honest, proud. And I wouldn't say honoured, but proud to have it as that. And I think on the questions they asked how we met, etc., and all that. I suppose we'll touch on that a bit later. But carry on.
But you're a great father.
Yeah, I think what you find there really is that, again, with sport, for me, sport was everything. Yeah. And probably ashamed to say now, as you get older, you get wiser and you get a bit more mature, but I lived and breathed rugby, and that's what it was. And probably, although I've been close to my kids, that was secondary. Yeah. At the time, in your 20s, I can remember when, I think the first time I met you was when you scored the outstanding goal against Italy.
Yeah.
We met on number 10, and you know, and I can remember speaking to you a couple of months later after we became friends and saying, it'll be gone in a flash.
Yeah, yeah.
And look at us now, you know.
Yeah.
So I think after a little bit with yourself, after sport, obviously, you sort of generate that much more to your children.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have got me pretty much wrapped up around their fingers. I've got to be honest, and you know, I'm happy with that.